My name's Rob. I'm from Perth, WA. So I was experiencing some central back pain and lower rib cage pain, which meant a visit to the doctor just to assess things and see what was going on. That led to some testing, blood testing, urine sample. Testing via the specialist showed an elevated PSA, which was of concern because it had spiked literally from my last testing, which was a little over 7 days earlier. Following the biopsy, the news came back. I was a grade 4 cancer. Following that diagnosis, I was scheduled for surgery. Now, within 3-4 weeks later, I was in hospital having the surgery done. I've got to say, made me feel quite shocked. That shock meant I went through a series of emotions and was just trying to comprehend the news I'd been delivered, especially when the people around you, particularly the specialist, says, Rob, you're a very young guy to have this. Most gentlemen that do have this type of condition are in 65 plus onwards. So at my age of 51, that was quite concerning for me. It felt like the end of the world, to be honest. I made a choice to change my life immediately. We came across a workshop hosted by Ray Behan himself. And funnily enough, something that felt random, there were signs there that it wasn't. And what I mean by that is I had started thinking, contemplating yoga, meditation, and out of all places, Facebook delivered the workshop hosted by Ray. But what made it even more interesting was my sister phoned me literally the same day that we both read the same Facebook post and asked if I was interested when I was thinking exactly the same about her. So funny how these things happen. What really impacted with me at the workshop were the stories Ray told. You hear a lot of these stories about people having various experiences, and Ray put it in a way where it struck home with me. It was very deep listening to Ray's journey himself, life experiences, and look, what you put out in the universe will deliver. And when I heard it come from Ray, it just really struck home with me. And again, that was really the start of my journey. The workshop hosted by Ray, I felt, was both a little bit of scientific, so there was a lot of theory and studies behind it, not overwhelming in any way, but a lot of storytelling about some of those studies. There was practical aspects to it where we all broke away and had moments of meditating and practicing. I found it quite enjoyable, and again, really set me off on the start of this journey. One thing I stuck to was my practice that I had commenced. So that was a lot of meditating. When I received my diagnosis, which was literally a week ago, much to my surprise, I was given the clear. Although prior to that, I was being prepped for chemotherapy, or was told, look, this is the possibility, the path that you're going to have to take. The thing to me was when the nurse delivered the news, she was genuinely shell shocked. I could tell by her facial expressions. She was overwhelmed and couldn't understand as to how I got the lowest possible baseline. Now, to put that into perspective, they currently have 400 patients on their book. No one has achieved a baseline result as I have, which came back as a 0.03 PSA. Now, me being me, when I heard that, I looked at her and I said, oh, so there's still something there. She goes, no, Rob, there's nothing there. No one ever achieves this sort of result. The machine, that is the lowest calibration on the machine, and the machine cannot read any lower. You basically gotten rid of all cancer in your body. The feeling hearing that news was so overwhelming. The meditation I was practicing was the Solfeggio 396. I was instructed by Ray to do that meditation, and I kept up that practice, I would say, well, following the seminar for the good part of 4 months. I believe the meditation played a massive role in my healing. I'd watched numerous videos or testimonials on YouTube. One thing that really stood out to me was how genuine these testimonials were. And I found watching these testimonials was a massive help in keeping me on track. So they all played a massive part. I'm going to continue to meditate, as I know it's helped me tremendously, and it's a new way of life for me.